If 42% of our country is covered in forests, and we have the Congo Basin, which you've already heard about from the president of Congo, the two Congos, and our country are ready to work on an exemplary project for the whole of the world. We have a plan to establish a biosphere reserve, but we don't have the money to do this. The United Nations have given us specialist support and provided us with a lot of input, but we need money. All the people living in that part of our country are poor. They need education. They need to be able to adapt. They need quality of life. All countries, rich and poor, need life of quality for all of our citizens. We, Africans, thanks to our agendas and our programs, can adapt and face up to global challenges. We have a shared position. Africa is the least polluted continent, with barely 4% of global greenhouse gas emissions. But Africa is also the main victim of global warming and environmental change. We have a common position based on the determination of agreement whilst seeking new regular sources of finance, as well as technical capacity building on the basis of an international adaptation program. We believe that financing from the developed countries, from all donors, from private sources, private companies which have the money to back them up, the world has fought to tackle the financial crisis, but we need to tackle the global environmental crisis. And we in Africa need $100 billion a year. That's the proposal we're making. And we need that between now and 2020, because that money, which won't be enough but is still essential, will be pumped into programs to reduce vulnerability and impacts in the near future, and will help the developing countries in their recovery which has only just started. On mitigation, we need to commit to at least 50% below 1990 levels between now and 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, the costs of our programs and projects, which have to be shared with other priorities, are very high. The endowment of adaptation funds needs to be done taking account of the fact that African countries have lost about 3% of their GDP because of climate change. Angola has committed to do its utmost, combining its efforts to regional strategies throughout the regions we are a part of. As you can see, we are meeting the commitments shouldered in the Framework Convention, and at the same time we are working to reduce our emissions. We have come to this conference in order to make a commitment, and we have the responsibility further to develop sustainable ways of protecting our planet. For the poor, the rich have the obligation to show solidarity and to compensate for the harm which climate change causes to human beings. This is a unique opportunity. We don't need to seek other opportunities or other paths to follow. We must take decisions, transparent decisions, sincere decisions, because we know exactly what the planet needs. Madam President, I am a grandmother. My grandchildren must be proud of the cause we defend today. We must ensure a happier future for the incoming generations. As a woman, as a minister, and as a representative of my country, I am very proud to be able to tell you that that so many women have been here and that they have presided over this conference, showing that we women have a vital role to play to defend this cause, because women are the ones who are obliged to fight poverty, to produce and to make sure that children can go to school. Dear brothers, ministers, heads of state, people of the world, we must do what humanity wants us to do. We are the planet.